Yair. Na 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 mamuma na 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 mamuma. Anywho, נהיה גאולה במשיח. משיח תכניס את האלוף שלנו בתוך הכל, אין עוד מלבדו. אנוכי השם אלוהיך, אל תעשה לכם אלוהים אחרים, וכו' וכו' וכו'. You have to understand, actually, there was a time where I learned from the guru, so I understand Avodah Zarah a little bit, and how it works. Khulu, khulu, khulu. And we have to know many of the things that we think are religious, and we follow and we go after, follow the same exact things that the Avodah Zarah, which the gurus tell you to put pictures of them everywhere, because the demonic, satanic creatures, they attach themselves to things and pictures, and they're able to shaletan you. And the gurus, they tell you to dress exactly the same way they dressed, and only this way and no other way. That's why we have some sects in Judaism. They say only our way and no other way. Not actually Judaism, satanic and Satanism and demonism. To shalet and to take us away from kuchabrichu. It's like, I remember when I was in school, I'm not gonna say where and when. I don't want to say lashon hara or anything. I remember, just for us to understand the concept of what's going on at the Olam and Sheker, and if we want to come close to Kuchabrichu and actually serve Kuchabrichu, we actually want Beis Hamikdash, we have to do things in the right way and the right path, which is Ein Sof love and Av Yisrael to all Am Yisrael, whether it's Kippur Surga, Dati, Lo Dati, Chulu, 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 this way, that way, Bavav, Pavav, or whatever, it doesn't really make a difference. All Am Yisrael, Sukkah Shlamech, all Am Yisrael on the one Sukkah, Chulu, Chulu, Chulu. So I remember one of my friends, I'm not going to say who, whatever, so he had one teacher in the school, this big fat schmuck. He was either molesting you or beating you up. So I think he molested him and he beat him up. And, and he went to his parents, and then the parents called the teacher, and the teacher said that the kid's lying, then his parents beat him up even more. Chulu, chulu, chulu. I'm not going to get into the whole stuff, but the holy, and this guy, this fat schmuck, walks around. And they finally, after a while, people came around to accuse him, and people that accused him ended up dead. Chulu, chulu, chulu. So they put him up that he's doing this and he's doing that. And he said, oh, God took them. No, this guy murdered them as well, because this is the way these sickos are. They're demonic and satanic. But my question is, if you had tzaddikim in these neighborhoods, and they're able to see everything, and then they have Ruach HaKodesh, how did they not see what was happening? This happened to many children in the neighborhood. And why did he not do anything about it? Such tzaddikim in the ways of God is tov and chesed to protect. I know in the neighborhood I lived in many years in Gilo, you had these things happening left, right, and center as well. And I told you they don't even check to save the kids. They don't even do that. They put them as running yeshivas and running yeshivas here. Like what the hell's going on here? What the fuck? So there's nobody here that stands for justice. Nobody here that stands for the ways of Kuchabrichu, which is Melech of Tzedakah, justice and Tov. We're all going to fall to the Sheker and choose Sheker and Sov over Kuchabrichu. So the whole point is, wherever a person is, whether they're wrong or right, if you want the Beis Hamikdash and you want Tov and you want Olam Chesed Banei, a real world of peace and love, then we have to choose God. It doesn't matter who we are, where we are, this and that. This is each and every single one of us. This is Mikdash within, the Mikdash without. It is a person personally. That's it for Shtai's Dinyan. May God bless. We realize the truth. We open up our blind eyes and deaf ears. And we have Tov, Tov, and things. We finally have some tzedek mishpat. May God tapel with these inyanim and for once and for all throw out the garbage. May God bless. Man.